Good morning. My name is Michael Jones. I use he, him, his pronouns. I am a black person in statistically the worst state in the country to be a black person. I'm a Vietnamese person in a state where English language learners are statistically less likely to graduate from high school than their peers. I'm a special education teacher in a state that went from funding 70% of special education services 50 years ago to less than 25% today. I am a taxpayer and a homeowner in a state that has a $7 billion surplus, but with a legislature that refuses to invest in our starving school system and the students who are served by it. As Wisconsinites, we could once boast that we invested more in our children than the national average, but not any longer. Why is that? Why are Wisconsin schools systemically and routinely targeted for less funding? Maybe it's because public schools are still one of the only remaining entities in our community where all are welcomed and all are served. And when you have community, it's much tougher for politicians to line their own pockets and the donors who support them. When you try to pit people against each other, you tell rurals that the urbans are too woke, you tell the urbans that the rurals are too backwards, and you tell the suburbs both of those lies. It wins votes. It might win a majority. It might even win a supermajority. It's a cynical yet successful strategy to divide us. And when we stay divided, we stay starving. Today, we must understand that our fates are intertwined. What happens in Pecatonica impacts Madison. What happens in Madison impacts Reedsburg. What happens in Reedsburg impacts Sun Prairie, the Ho-Chunk Nation, and the 10 other First Nations in the state of Wisconsin. Not one school district should be so underfunded that they have to go to referendum to keep the lights on. Yet last fall, there were 167 who had to do it. This spring, there were 82. When a gerrymandered legislature holds $7 billion hostage in order to extract even more money from local taxpayers to keep their schools functional, that is borderline criminal. So please listen to my colleagues today. Whether we are educators, students, school board members, administrators, parents, or community leaders, we are all saying the same thing. That not only should our schools be fully funded, but we shouldn't have to exist in a state community where we have to beg for it. Thank you.